Hi guys, and welcome to another video. I'm Toke Signals. I make videos here on YouTube to help people out with OBS and Twitch streaming. Today we're going to have a look at Streamer.bot, quite a new program, and we're going to look into how to use it to control your stream. But today is going to be all about the setup and installation and just the basics. So I hope you find this video useful. If you do, a thumbs up would be great, and then YouTube will push it out to more people. I appreciate that. Let's jump over to the desktop and we'll take a look. So here we are on the Streamer.bot website. If you don't know how to get there, just type in Streamer.bot into Google or your favourite search engine and it'll be the one at the top as shown here. Once you get to here, it gives you a brief rundown on what it does. This is the program interface. So this shows you a rough idea of what the program looks like. It's quite basic looking, but don't let that fool you. Quite a powerful tool, like they say, for interactivity and integration on your stream. It can control quite a lot, which we'll get into. I use Stream Elements and OBS and Twitch, so I'll be having all of them. For all you strange people, there's one for Streamlabs as well. But clearly I'm talking to you. You could always delete Streamlabs, that'll sort your problem out, and just use OBS like the rest of us. There's plugins here as well for the Stream Tech, Voice Attack, Touch Portal or Deckboard if you use any of them. This download button here, whatever the latest version is. Today we're downloading version 0.1.7. If you're watching this video in 7 years, it might be 0.2.7, I don't know. So this is the file that it downloads. It's got all these things inside it, and it's obviously in a WinRAR. Now, in order to get this, the best from this, I'm just going to jump to desktop, so I need to create a file. Right, here's the download here. Here are all the files, and here's the main Streamer.bot exe. As you can see, it's not got a logo, it's just a little file thing. Now for me, I don't know if this is going to be the same for everybody, but for me, I struggled getting the shortcut to the desktop and making the program work, or even saving the work inside the program until I did this step. So just right click anywhere on your desktop or anywhere inside a file, anywhere, and just create a new folder. New folder here, and I'm just going to name it something pro, like Streamer.bot, because that's what it is, and I'm just going to leave it here on the desktop for demonstration purposes. Now what you want to do is just copy all of these files, open up this folder and paste them in there. So once you paste them in there, you can see that this little thing here that was just a file, like I said, the exe, it's gone from a file to an actual desktop logo. So this is how you run the program. So if you run it from this file, you might have trouble saving your progress. So when you come back to it, you might have lost all your commands or stuff like that. Now, like I said, I don't know if this has happened to everybody or whether it's just me, whether it's a glitch in the software, but hopefully it'll get addressed at a later date. But if you want to save your work and stuff, then you need to run it from this one here, which is inside your file explorer, not from the WinRAR that it downloaded in. That makes sense? Right, let's move on. Here we go, we've got Stream.bot exe here, so we're going to run the program. Wait, you missed a step, and you forgot about the WebSockets. Oh, rewind, let's go back to OBS download page. Right, we're back on the OBS download page for plugins, and as you can see, there's one here called OBS WebSocket. You can search this up, just type in OBS WebSocket into Google. I might, for you lazy people, put a link in the description, I might not. Once you're here, hit the go to download. I'm not going to go into how to install plugins. We've done videos about this before, and there's plenty of videos out there to show you how to do it. But basically, you have to come onto here, look for the release, which is generally down here, and then run the Windows installer. So the OBS WebSocket 9.1 for Windows is what I use. There's one here for Mac, Linux, whatnot. There's also one in a Windows zip file, so if you want to install it manually, you can do that. Download the WinRAR 7-zip, unpack it, and just copy it into your OBS folder, and it'll overwrite your OBS, blah blah blah. I should think you all know how to do this by now, but the most basic, easy way to do it is just run this WebSocket Windows installer. Run that, restart OBS, and then we'll get back into the tutorial. I'm happy to say today's video is sponsored by Visuals by Impulse. VBI is the place to go if you're looking for any stream graphics, overlays, stinger transitions, alerts, emotes, badges, even Stream Deck icons. So you don't need no graphic designer or Fiverr. Hit these guys up for the complete stream package. Absolutely everything you need in one place. Easy to download, easy to install. All the instructions are provided on the website. Great customer support. Use the link in the description for 5% off your orders. Cheers, guys. Right, now that you've got the WebSockets installed, we've double clicked on the exe, and this is the program we get greeted with. Streamer.bot, this is the main screen that you get when you wake up the program. I don't know why I've got so many bots in here, I'm sure I only need that one. So we're spending most of your time on the actions tab. But today we're just going to pop into the settings tab and make sure that this is linked up with Twitch and they're all talking to each other, and OBS. So all you need to do is go to the settings tab, go into the Twitch tab right here, and connect to Twitch. It's a basic connect. Press it, authorize it, and it will then say disconnect from Twitch, so then it obviously knows that it's connected to Twitch. Also tick this little box for auto reconnect, so every time you start the program it's automatically talking to Twitch, you don't have to restart it every time you start the program. For OBS we need to go into the OBS tab, so from here we go across to OBS, and here's where we create a collection. Now I've got my connection here and you can see all my scenes and stuff like that. It says not streaming is recording because mine's already talking to my OBS, but yours won't be. So what you need to do in here is right click, add a connection, and then here's your port number and your host. Now this needs to match up with what you've got inside OBS. So tick these two boxes here, reconnect on disconnect and auto connect on startup, and you need to get your host and port number from OBS, so jump in there and take a look. So here we are inside OBS. Now in order to check that you've got all this looked up right, is just pop into tools up here and then go down to WebSocket server settings. Once you're in here you will see your server port and your password. These things need to match up with what's going on inside Streamer.bot, so copy that, paste it. Once you know that they all match up, come back in here and just click on OK, and that will create your connection up here. Obviously I've already got one, as you can see mine are up here, but once you've got your connection here it should say OBS, and then you have your IP or something above it and the port number. So just give that a right click on yours and hit connect, and what that will do is connect it to OBS, and if it worked it will look like this, like mine does here. I'm just going to delete this one because I don't need it, but it should look like this. Auto connect yes. What the hell is that? Auto connect yes and connected, and then you can see all your scenes and sources inside OBS, and you know that the both are talking to each other. So now your OBS is connected and your Twitch is connected. I'd suggest going into this button here and just save settings and viewers. Give that a click and then we know where we're at. Next we're probably going to jump into actions, but like you saw that random pop-up thing just pop up then, I've been messing around with voice control. These are some of the things so you can make your OBS voice active, which is pretty dope, I've got to be honest. You can add channel point rewards in here, you can add commands for voice and chat as well, so there's quite a lot to get into. Another couple of quick settings here as well is pop into your settings tab here, go across to general, and here's where you set your output for your audio. I've got mine in Astro Gaming USB gaming mic headset, and go across into voice control if you're going to be using voice control, and then into the settings tab, and that's where you put your microphone input. So I've got the mic in the Elgato Wave 3. So as you if you want to set up voice control, that's how you do it. Put your mic in, go across the log here, and it should be registering everything that you say. On the settings here you just want to make sure you've got auto start listen ticked, and then every time click start listening, and every time you start the program obviously it'll start listening and logging what you say. But you only need to do that if you're interested in voice controls. And check user interface, this just tidies up what you see on these tabs up here as well, so anyone with any brains can just untick Streamlabs because no one uses that, right? And the things that you don't want to see, just untick them. For voice control I can make my stream do this. Computer, just chatting. Computer, GG. And as you can see my hands are up here, so they're completely away from it, so it's completely working with my voice. Right, that's about how to set up Streamer.bot and how to get started. You should have all your connections sorted. If you want anything else connecting, it's pretty much straightforward. Just go into the setting that you need and just set it up like any other program. In the next video we're going to go into actions and commands. As you can see I've got a whole bunch here all set up, ready to use. plenty of commands here. You have to basically add an action here and add a sub action, but we'll go more into that on the next video. I've got some of the commands here just for the chat as well, so we'll just jump onto my OBS here and I'll show you what I mean. So this is here is a custom command. Today's video is sponsored by VBI, Visuals by Impulse. So as you can see, I've just typed in the chat down here, exclamation VBI. It does put a link in the chat, and as you can see, if I move my camera out of the way and we're on the gaming scene, it gives me this nice little pop-up here on the screen, which is activated by chat. So this is my main gaming screen here with my Xbox in the background, and just by typing certain commands in the chat, VBI2, because we've got 2 of these, and you'll see it shout out the sponsor of today's video in the chat, and it will blow out pop up onto the screen so people can see what it is I'm talking about. There's also one for exclamation lurk, which actually pulls up the profile picture of the person that's typed in exclamation lurk, and it bangs that on the screen as well. Just wait, there it is. There's a picture of me because I typed it in, and it's like this with many things as well. So I've set one up to come on down here in the corner as well. If somebody subs to the channel, or if somebody follows the channel or anything like that, we'll get their identification profile picture from Twitch brought up on the screen, and a little thank you message. I'll just demonstrate that now. And there you go. As you can see, we've got a thank you from Stream Elements because they're one of my moderators that are live in my chat right now. So every time I get a follow or a sub or anything like that, we get this little welcome message at the bottom. So if you want to know how to do stuff like that as well and pull up the actual person on Twitch's profile picture, then stay tuned for video number 2. We'll get into a bit of that. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. I'm glad you're learning as I'm learning, so I can watch my own video back when I've forgotten what to do myself. So this is all good. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, thumbs up, it'll help YouTube push it out. I stream on Twitch whenever I get a chance. Links all down there in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.